to see you as always. Early weeks of the season, but a fair bit to catch up on still. Let's talk about pre-season and the start to the season. How have you enjoyed the first few weeks?
I think we would have liked to have done a bit better at the start, if I'm honest, in terms of points. I think after Wigan was probably not our best. Hopefully that's our worst performance of the season. But I think since Wigan we've definitely improved, and performances have definitely improved, and we didn't really get the points until Saturday that we probably deserved. I saw a couple of interesting stats with Lincoln and the Exeter game in comparison. We probably actually did a bit better at Lincoln in some areas and didn't come away with the result. So I think Saturday was good. I think and it's just about steady improvement.
Yeah, the encouraging thing is performances seem to have built and improved game on game, culminating in that win on Saturday.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think we're looking at getting, apart from the long-term injuries in Liam and John, I think we're looking to get players back fit, and hopefully Kevin will have a pretty much full squad to pick from, which is encouraging after a pre-season and the first few games. And we definitely now need to pick up some points as we improve performances. So I'm looking forward to the next few games.
We're talking now towards the end of August. Of course, the transfer window's closing. It's already been a busy summer of recruitment. A lot of new faces have come in, but the question on everyone's lips, of course, is always: are we expecting any more business?
Yeah, I think we are definitely. I know the meeting today to talk about it. I think it's quite well known that we're looking for another forward. I thought Ethan Noe did very, very well on Saturday. He seemed to grow after scoring that great goal. And Tom coming back, and all of a sudden we've got forwards on the bench with Elliot, and that can help us. So we're definitely looking for one more. I think it's well known that we have put a bid in for a player. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. I think the valuation for us anyway is probably a bit too high, but it's a pretty significant offer for us. But we're not sure if that will go through. So there are a lot of options. Kev's quite patient. He definitely, he wants to make sure he gets the right player and not just waste the money. There's definitely some work going on.
Alan McGowan touched on it last week about how difficult the market is at the moment, about how huge transfer fees are being paid for players that perhaps don't necessarily have the records that they would previously have demanded for the sort of money they're going for. So important that for a club like us that we strive for value for money in any deal.
We'll always do that. We don't have the riches that we've never said that's the way we're going. We have a certain amount of money in our mind that we're prepared to invest, lose, etc. And we're not going to put the club at risk for chasing 1, 2, 3 players. The interesting thing this year has been the big transfers within League One, from League One to League One clubs. Players are going for over $1 million within League One, which is probably started last year with maybe Birmingham and Wrexham a little bit, and has carried on this year, which is we're just not in that market. But we're okay with that. We battle on the market we're in, and I think as Saturday show we can compete. We can and you can compete with anyone on the day. But we'll try and do the best deals that we can. I think we've put for our budget. I think we've put together a very decent squad. Would everyone like us to spend more? Would we like to spend more? Probably, but we're not. We have to be sensible for the football club and what we want to put into it. And I think it's only right that we carry on in the way that we don't put the club at risk. So that's just but it is a tough market. It is a tough market. I think you talk to anybody in the game right now, and I was talking to Exeter on Saturday, and they've had a bit of a tough time the week before about finances, etc. And Dara at Pompey Peterborough is very vocal on the market and how it's changed, and it's tough, and we're finding that, and I think everyone else is too.
14 new faces in so far, and some of them have really settled in quickly. Some have become fan favourites, and you must be pleased with the recruitment work that's already taken place.
Yeah, it was good to see on Saturday. I think the likes of like Terry coming in, I think that was big for us. I think Terry's a good player, and I think he did well for us last year. And I think he's helped us this year. He's a player that'll put his foot on the ball. And obviously, Tyrese is a fun player to watch. He's done well, and you see him interacting with the crowd, and he's got such good skills on the ball. It gets people up and excited. And to be fair, Max with his goal Saturday, Max I think has done excellent. He's a big, strong lad, and he's a good leader on the pitch for us. And I think he's done well. He's grown up a bit even more this year. So I'm very pleased with him to score that goal. And you saw what it meant to him, the passion he showed when he celebrated was excellent. And Ethan as well, the goal he scored. Even though Cam tried to head it in he tried to nick it off him, Cam, but Ethan, it was a great finish, really. It was a very good finish, and Ethan's definitely shown some promise. I think the run he did where he got the ball, he's very quick with the ball at his feet. So overall, I think we're starting to see it's early days still, but I think we started to see some gelling in the squad, and it's always difficult when you've got a lot of new players coming in. But I think Kevin and the staff have done well in bringing them together, and now it's a case of putting more points on the board.
Just to touch on a couple of off-the-field projects, the fan advisory board, the fan stones, the first panel installed outside the main entrance, looking really good.
I thought it was fantastic on Saturday. I was out there, I was looking, I got one for my dad and my family and a friend of mine, Mickey, and it was great just to be out there and just talking to people about it and watching people look for their family members and for their stones, and it was great. And now I think the second panel, I think now people see it and how good it looks, and it's a really good feature for the club. I think the second panel will start selling as well, because I think that's, talking to James, that's the next stage of this, is to do a second panel, and hopefully maybe this season or the start of next season we'll have a second panel as well.
And the Brian Lomax fan zone, the canopies there, the roofs there, and just working on the decor and the furniture.
Yeah, there's a bit more to do. James was talking to me about it. Obviously the cabin for the bars still got to come in. We're still waiting for delivery of that. Martin's done Church and Sons have done a fantastic job for us in building the canopy, and I think Martin's coming out to finish off some shelves around the posts for people, and we've got found some great tables that we're going to use out there, and I think in the East Stand a bit, the LCS stand, they're like barrels that have got in club colours, so they look good, and there's some covers for the railings on order as well. So I think with Brian's name, Brian's face, it'll be a good dedication to him. So yeah, I think people. I've had a lot of positive comments about it. The DJ's in there still, and it's good when you walk by and you hear it, and people are out there drinking and having a good time before and after the games.
And just to ask you for the latest on the development land.
The plan is in. I don't really have much to do with it, to be honest. Now it's with our planning consultants and the council. I'm really pleasing to see the amount of support we've had for it. I think the planning consultants definitely are surprised that they don't normally deal with planning matters that have such support. So we're really happy about that, and I think they're just working through all the bits with the council, etc., and just then it will go to committee and a decision. So it's a pretty straightforward plan, and really it's planning for warehouse and employment land in a warehouse and employment area. So it should be straightforward, and we look forward to a day when the club can benefit.